Okay, the purpose of this video is to introduce you, the teacher, to Scratch, and also give you ideas of how to introduce this to your students. Hopefully you've already clicked Join Scratch. It's free, and once you're logged in, this is sort of what your home page is going to look like. Now there's a menu button up here that says Create, and this is how we're going to start a new project. Just some important parts about this interface. This area over here is called the canvas, and this is what your audience is going to see when they view your program. Down here are our different sprites, and each sprite is just a different object on the screen. So my cat is a sprite. If I wanted my cat to dance with a turtle, then I could add a second sprite that is the turtle. You can have as many sprites as you want. Here in the middle are our actual blocks of code, and each block of code is responsible for some action. And this area over here is where we're going to drag our blocks of code to build our computer program. Now, the code is pretty self-explanatory in terms of what it's going to do. Hopefully you can imagine what move 10 steps is going to do. And if we click on it, you'll see our cat is in fact moving forward. Now, 10 steps is a very small distance. The width of our canvas is 480 steps. So 10 steps is not going to be very significant. However, I can double click here and change this to, let's say, move 100 steps. And now we should see the cat move about a fifth of the screen across. There we go. Now, we don't want to have to keep clicking our blocks of code. So the next thing that's important for us to learn about, if we go over here to events, this is going to bring up a different category of blocks. I can say when the green flag is clicked. That's this flag up here. And this way, instead of me having to come over here and try and click on this block every time, we can actually just run our code when somebody starts it. So now if I hit that green arrow, we'll see that the cat still is moving forward 100 steps. I could make this negative 100, and now the cat will move backwards or in the negative direction. Now once again, I want the cat to continue to move. So one other very important block for you to understand is called the loop. And specifically, if we come over here to control, we'll see there's this forever block. And what this does is it says whatever's inside of this little area here, do forever. And now, if I hit the green flag, we'll see that the cat moved over and over and over again until it reached the end. Well, there's one last block that we're going to talk about during this video, and that is the if on edge bounce. And what this is going to do is it's going to say if it touches the edge of the canvas, then make the cat bounce. Now you can see my cat's moving very fast because every time it loops through that forever block, I'm moving a fifth of the screen. So I'm going to come back down to 10 steps so that we're moving at a slower speed. See, now we have a cat that's moving back and forth. Now I would encourage you to play around with, I don't know, say maybe rotating the cat, pointing the cat in different directions, making the cat follow the mouse pointer. You can come to looks and you can make the cat say things, you can change colors. It's really important for your students to have time to explore Scratch as well. You'll, as a teacher, hopefully you'll start to just have fun and play around and try and get the cat to do unexpected things. Your students are going to enjoy this too. You don't want to just dive in with a really rigid structured lesson. You want your students to realize that a big part of programming is about creating. And in order to create, you have to be creative, and that takes time and that takes freedom. I hope you enjoy.